Well, happy screen time, and thank you for subscribing for Daily Pokemon Sleep Road Tomfoolery. It's Strategy Saturday, so let's talk about the week behind and the week ahead. Our goal at Greengrass Isle this week has been to grind up our dish levels, prepare ourselves for an increased area bonus at Greengrass Isle, and our side quest was catch a Bulbasaur. And we did catch a Venusaur. It was just dumb. And we've gotten snoozing sleep type a lot this week. Apparently fixing my bedtime schedule did not result in more dozing sleep, but between last week and this week, lots of slumbering, then lots of snoozing respectively. Maybe we'll get a lot of dozing next week, which I guess should help us even more with the ghost event. That said, we had very low stakes this past week, so we achieved our goals. We continued grinding up that long-term ingredient specialist group. Anyway, speaking of low stakes, how about this Halloween event coming up? Probably the most valuable thing to me in the Halloween event will be getting Ghastly candies and some Fuecoco candies if we can get some Skeleturges spawning. But I don't have a Shuppet to invest in, a Drifloon to invest in, and full disclosure, I just had to stop and look up if there even are other ghost Pokemon in this game right now. Obviously, I don't have a Mimikyu yet, and if we happen to catch one next week, then great. But Mimikyu is probably going to be most effective with a bunch of main skill seeds, so even if we happen to find a great one, it's not like I'm going to be using it a lot next week. Oh, and Halloween Pikachu. We will try to catch one as a trophy, but ideally, I'm still saving the Pikachu candies for a Raichu. So unless we get the ultimate Halloween Pikachu in the one that we catch, I'm probably not investing there either. So most of my strategy next week is to try to take advantage of some of the double candy by using an Aron and a Grubbin incense on the first two nights, and using Bulbasaur incenses on the nights with the triple candy because I need Bulbasaur candies. If you're hoping to use a Mimikyu in the long run, then using the incense you get from the missions on the night of the triple candy is probably your best bet. It seems like it's going to be a pretty rare spawn, so it might even be worth saving till the very last day of the event so that you can triple the candy and maybe have a chance at one of the rarer sleep styles. Now for me, as far as the ghost Pokemon bonuses go, I don't have any ghost Pokemon that are worth bringing out just for the event, and I'll show you some more of those in a second. But realistically, if you don't already have a berry finding S Bennett, then I see no reason to really target the ghost berries. My Skeleturge, for example, already brings in a ton of apples, so I don't need extra apples. An extra mushroom drop from Gengar would be nice, but I'm only going to bring it out if I need mushrooms. I'm not just going to run it for the heck of it. If you have a great Drifloon and you've already gotten its main skill up a couple, whether through skill level up or main seeds, you might consider bringing it out for that extra main skill level on the week. But again, none of these other Pokemon are worth bringing out just for that bonus. So in that sense, it's a little underwhelming, but maybe you have a ghost team with a berry finding S Gengar and a Bennett, like I already mentioned, and having those guaranteed ghost berries is great for you. Realistically, my strategy will be summarized in 2 words: Golduck. My Golduck, Hanabi, if run on its own during the week, could get me to Master 11 on Greengrass Isle. I could just run a single Pokemon team and make it that far. So, best case scenario for me, I get lucky on the other 2 berry rolls, and maybe I have a berry specialist that will work well with one of those berries. Otherwise, it's just business as usual, honestly. Maybe the first couple of nights during the event, if I have a matching berry, I will run a berry specialist overnight to keep building up the strength during the first couple days. But I think ideally throughout the week, I'm just going to be continuing the grind. I just will happen to see more ghost Pokemon, which again would be nice for the extra Ghastly candies as I want to get my Gengar up to level 60. And finally, I'm undecided on if I'm going to use a good camp ticket or not. If I could guarantee that that extra spawn would always be candy that I wanted, then it would be worth it. But an extra Drifloon or an extra Shuppet or an extra Wobbuffet just doesn't seem worth it for that candy. I will probably want to invest in another Golduck before I would invest all the way in a Mimikyu anyway. But we'll see how things work out. Oh my gosh, we're in session 453. We've got snoozing sleep again, which I wasn't expecting because my toddler woke me up kicking me in the back in the night. I never know at what point they come into the bed, but apparently there was still enough time for me to not get dozing. So maybe Bulbasaur will come next week. As for today, we've got an Top Valley Fuecoco and a Raichu already showing. And we will have a Charizard, Ninetales, Charmeleon, Flaffy, a Jigglypuff, and a Mareep. Whoa, how did I do that? I'm definitely happy for the Fuecoco and Charizard candies, but nothing else here really excites me at this point. Yeah, even Snorlax is yawning at those spawns. I guess the only snoozing things I'd be really hoping to see here, as far as things I'd like to hunt and catch, would be Dedenne and the legendary Pokemon. And I guess I'd still like another ditto. Oh, but Flaffy comes hungry today. What are you trying to tell us, Flaffy? You think you're better than every other option here? You're saying, don't bother with a Mareep. Come for me now. I'm worth the extra main skill seed. And I bit it. I mean, that is to say, I bit what Flaffy was offering me. I promise I did not try to take a bite of the biscuit before I gave it to Flaffy. Definitely haven't tried these biscuits before, and they are definitely not disgusting. I mean, they are disgusting. I mean, no, I really haven't tried it. I mean, oh, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Let me guess, serious strides. Yep. Neroli, you could at least say we made rash strides, brave strides. I don't know, that screen's just getting old. Hey, select button people who watch this video, please write that down. And then I will feel seen when you make text adjustments in the future. I might have to go check in on those Charmander candies later. I still have one of those 271 candy missions to do this week. But I don't want to use the dream shards. If this joke is good, are you going to giggle, chuckle, or Falaffy? Shake that Laffy Flaffy, shake that Laffy Flaffy. Alright Flaffy, will you live up to your own hype? We need skill trigger M and helping speeds. And we've got skill trigger M. Ingredient finder S isn't great, but show me something awesome. Okay, gold could be awesome if it had been helping bonus. Alright, you're gonna need a good nature. Oh, you're good natured, even though you're sassy. That doesn't seem very good natured. Alright, I guess we're gonna need to go to Rain and X, and no, we don't. We should be able to compare this just fine to Flaffy's we already have to know if it's better or worse. There are 6 things to evaluate, 5 subskills and a nature. This is a solid 2 out of 6. Let's see what the next Flaffy has. Oh, sorry, I meant Mareep, but you've got 4 out of 6. Good nature, skill trigger M, skill trigger S, and helping speed M. It's just gonna take us a long time to get there. So, we already know we're done with you, Flaffy, and you're definitely not gonna be worth another main skill seed compared to that guy. Now, our other Flaffies, we got the discount Mareep, which could be skill seeded up, and the Mareep from yesterday, which again is probably a prime candidate if we took it to level 50 for berry stacking with a Raikou, because the speed of help down wouldn't matter, the helping bonus would boost Raikou, and berry finding S would mean it generates extra berries. But that's way long-term play, because if I'm gonna invest in a Mareep, I want it to be good at the things it's supposed to be good at. So, Flaffy, I'm so sorry. Thank you for showing up hungry. Thanks for giving us a chance to feel like maybe you were gonna be something. Oh, and I forgot to check it on the camera, but that Ampharos isn't better than that Flaffy either. But I still want a better one. Let's do this again sometime. Happy researching.